Today's story is going to be titled Whispers on the Hill, and it's a folk story from Africa. Its origin is from Uganda, and it's going to be, I hope it finds you well, and it's going to be enjoyable on your side. So let's go into the story. In the quiet village of Kasana, nestled between banana plantations and misty hills, people always locked their doors before midnight. Everyone knew the stories of footsteps in the dust, cold whispers in Luganda, and the eyes that glowed like embers in the dark. But Akelo, a city girl visiting her grandmother, did not believe in such things since she was from the north, where these things usually do not happen. Actually, these things happen in the central region of Uganda, not in the north. She did not believe in anything they said about the whispers and the night dancers and so on. So, one night as the power flicked and died, Akelo stepped outside with a flashlight. Annoyed by the sudden blackout, the village was unnaturally still. No dogs barking, no insects humming. Then she heard it, a low giggle. She turned toward the banana grove. Her light caught a glimpse of someone. No, something. Moving, a naked figure. Thin, its back was ached. Lips too long, too jerky. It danced in slow motions. Actually, it was not slow motion. It danced in slow circles, chanting in a language older than Luganda. Luganda is a language that is used in Uganda by the Central people, or mostly by the Central people. But this language was not Luganda. It was an ancient language she has never heard before. Soil clinged on its skin. Her blood ran cold. She dropped the flashlight. Omwoyo omutono, omwoyo omutono. The voice sang, mocking, echoing. The figure stopped dancing and turned. Its face was smeared with ash, its mouth too loud, eyes glowing red. Akelo ran. Behind her, she heard others joining in, more footsteps, more dancers, laughter. That began fleeing. A shadow brushed past her shoulder. She reached the house, slammed the door, and bolted it. All night they danced outside. At dawn, they vanished. But the soil they smeared on the door never washed off. And every night since she hears the chanting, just before sleep takes her, she dared not to talk about what she saw at night, because she thought she would have given them the power, or she would have acknowledged all they said about the village. So she decided to keep it to herself. But since that night, Akelo could not sleep. The soil-stained door still bore the tracks like dark fingerprints. Her grandmother, Jaja Nanteza, refused to speak of it. I know she noticed, Akelo said to herself, because the door had some smeared stuff that was not there before. She decided not to talk about it, but as the tension grew inside her and she started fearing for herself, she then wanted to ask. She brought it up. She simply said, "You saw what you were not meant to see." That was her grandmother when Akelo tried to ask about the door and the footsteps she heard. The grandmother's response was just short and simple. She dared not to speak about it again. But on the seventh night, things got worse. It began with the mirror. While brushing her teeth, Akelo saw something behind her. Just for a second, a tall figure standing in the corner, ash-covered, smiling. When she turned, the bathroom was empty, but the mirror cracked. Later, as she lay in her bed, the smell of earth filled the room, damp, rotting. Then the whispering began again, this time inside the house. It was not outside, because she was inside the house. Omwoyo omutono, komaawo, omwoyo omutono, komaawo, which meant, little fig tree, stop there. Akelo rose, trembling. The chanting was coming from beneath the floorboards. She grabbed her phone, no signal, no power. She ran to Jaja's room, but the door was ajar. Swinging slightly, inside the bed was empty. Only a pile of dirt remained where her grandmother had slept, and on the wall, written in the soil, "You opened the door." Suddenly, the ground beneath her feet opened, and the hands, blackened with soil, burst through the floor and grabbed her ankles. She screamed as they pulled her down into the darkness, into a tunnel of red earth. Before she blacked out, she saw them, the night dancers, circling her, their mouths wide, their song growing louder. Would you like to Would you like to join us? A faint sound echoed into her ears. Akelo woke in pitch darkness. The air was thick, humid, and smelled of damp roots and death. She tried to scream, but her throat was dry. Coated with dirt around her, faint flakes of firelight danced on the tunnel walls. She was underground. The walls were carved with strange symbols, not words, but shapes that pulsed as if alive. Voices echoed faintly, whispering her name, not Akelo, but another name, Nabachala Wabafu, Queen of the Dead. A pair of eyes opened across the tunnel, and then more, dozens watching. The night dancers stood in silence now, no longer dancing, just watching. Then one stepped forward. She wore a crown of thorns and bones, and in her eyes burned a crimson flame. Her voice was like wind through dry leaves. You came when cold. The soil marked you. The hill remembers. Akelo tried to move, but her limbs were weak. Roots had crept over her legs, yanking her to the floor. She realized the truth, the dirt on the door, the whispers, her grandmother's disappearance. It wasn't an accident. She hadn't seen something forbidden. She had been chosen. And from then till date, she became their queen. A deep drum sounded. The roots began to pulse like veins, drawing warmth from her. Her memories blurred. Her body felt light, and suddenly she was standing, tall, graceful, naked, under the earth's weight. The night dancers bowed. She looked down and saw her old self still lying there motionless. The queen spoke again. The last queen sleeps now. You rise. And as Akelo stepped into the circle, she smiled, not out of fear, but understanding. She belonged to the hill now. Above, in the quiet village of Kasana, another girl visiting from the city knocked on Jaja Nanteza's old door. Do you guys want to continue this story or what? Okay, I'll give you a hint. And as Akelo stepped into the circle, she smiled. If you want to continue this story, please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. Just comment the word continue, and then I'll be providing you with part 2, or we'll be doing episode number 2. Thank you so much. Stay blessed, and do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I love you.